User joined your channel.
Captain Tucci, Alpha Company is all present and accounted for. Sir.
Copy that. Post. All right, welcome everybody. Make sure you all can hear me in the back. We had a little bit of an issue with the mission file
User
today,
joined your
so that's
channel.
why we're on the freaking ceremony map. So we'll get that fixed after this. I also just woke up, so if I sound a little bit slow, that's why. All right, let's get this started. I don't have this soldier's full name. Give me 1 second. All right, for our first award, I have Major LaFlash and Private First Class Pointer Post. I don't see either of them, so these two soldiers are being awarded the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal. So this is a medal you get for donating, and then if you donate over $100, you are also awarded with Valor, and both of them donated $50. So a big hooah to these guys. Hooah!
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so for some of you who don't know, we did actually spend a lot of money in the last 2-3 months buying new servers. We also helped fund the joint op. So we did actually have a lot of expenses, and all donations are very much appreciated. Next up, I have Major Flash, 1LT Vandal, First Sergeant Garcia, 2LT Winters, Sergeant McMahon, Specialist Swoop, Private First Class Grant, Corporal Fitzgerald, Specialist Coe, Specialist Anderson, Corporal Hunter, Corporal Zwick, Specialist Montana, Specialist Houston, Specialist Keaton, Specialist Bills, Specialist McIntosh, Specialist Harrow, Specialist York, Specialist Bartell, Specialist Schmall, Specialist Clayton, Specialist Agricola, Specialist Fuller, Specialist P. Bird, Private First Class Farone, Private First Class Saddler, Private First Class Baker, Private First Class Panther, Private First Class Gonzalez, and finally Private Second Class Slick Post. Got a few of you here. Awesome. About face. These soldiers here are being awarded the Good Conduct Medal. So this is for 3 months of good service in the unit, and it's an easy medal that you
User
can
joined
keep
your
repeating
channel.
as long as you keep the standard high. So big congratulations to these guys. Hooah. About face. All back in, soldiers. Next up, I have 1LT Vandal, Chief Warrant Officer 2 Lotus, Warrant Officer 1 White, and Specialist Clayton Post. About face. These soldiers here are being awarded the Armed Forces Service Medal. So this is for 6 months of good work in your DMOS. And again, like the GCM, it's a very easy, repeatable medal that you can stack as long as you are performing well in your DMOS. So big congratulations to these guys. Hua.
Wow.
Wow.
About face. Fall back in, soldiers. All right, next up, get me Private Second Class Moffat, Private Second Class Lanza, Private Second Class Marsh, Private Second Class Marsh again, so both of the Marshes, Private Second Class Mensink, and Private Second Class Slick Post. About face. These soldiers here are being promoted to the grid and rank of Private First Class, E3. So they did all meet the minimum requirement of 4 votes, and they performed well in their roles. So I'm going to give a big hooah to these guys. Hooah. About face. Fall back in, soldiers. Congrats. All right, next up, get me Corporal Fitzgerald, Specialist Clayton, and Specialist Swoop Post. About face. These soldiers here are being awarded the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal. So this is for 12 months time in service with a deployment. So congratulations, and I hope to see you for your next medal next year. Hooah.
Wow.
Wow.
About face.
User disconnected from
Congrats.
your channel.
Fall back in, soldiers. All right, next up, get me Private First Class Anderson, Private First Class Farone, Private First Class McEnheimer. There we go. Private, yes. And Private First Class Sadler, and Private First Class Gonzalez. Post. McEnheimer. About face. These soldiers here are being promoted to the grade and rank of Specialist E4. They have met also the vote requirement.
User
And-
joined your channel.
Are here now before you as specialists. Welcome to the E4 Mafia. Hooah.
Wow.
About face. Fall back in, soldiers. Next up, I have Private Second Class Lanza and Specialist Anderson. Post. see you moving over there. Oh, it's not you. All right. If neither of them are here, these soldiers are being awarded the Army Achievement Medal. So starting with Private Lanza. During squad drills, without instruction or prompting, Private Lanza was observed to be helping another private trainee with their radio settings and equipment, and both welcomed and encouraged the new member of their squad despite being very new themselves. This demonstrates excellent adherence to the Army values and going in above and beyond their duties as a private second class. Specialist Anderson. During Operation Drawbridge, Anderson made a small tactical error. In spite of this, he corrected himself publicly, ensuring the rest of the squad could learn from his mistake. For putting his ego and pride aside for the betterment of his fellow soldiers, he has demonstrated exemplary integrity and self-service, and for his attitude towards self-improvement and the improvement of his squad. He has earned this AM. So, I like seeing these kinds of Army Achievement Medals more than the combat ones, because this shows people going out of their way with showing exemplary leadership. So it's always nice to see some private trainees and private second classes sticking out. So big hooah to these guys.
Hooah.
Hooah.
Wow.
Next up, we have Specialist Clayton and Specialist York Post. About face. These soldiers here are being promoted to the grade and rank of Corporal E4. It's a big step to becoming a true leader, so let's give them a big hooah. Hooah.
Wow.
Hooah.
Hooah.
About face. Congratulations, Corporal. Well back in. Next up, I have Private First Class Kova Post, who I do not see on TeamSpeak. So Private First Class Kova is being awarded the National Defense Service Medal. So this is a medal that you get for going through the verification process, verifying that you are, in fact, a veteran or you're currently serving with your country's military. So in this case, Private Kova is or was serving in the U.S. Army. I don't remember which one it is, but let's give him a big hooah and thank him for his service. Hooah!
Hooah.
Wow.
Well, yeah. All right, next up I have Specialist Houston, 1LT Vandal. I have myself, First Sergeant Garcia, and Specialist Gregoire, Post. About face. These soldiers are being awarded the Joint Service Achievement Medal, the JSAM. So this is for any good work that you may be doing in your DMOS that deserves recognition. So starting with Specialist Houston, as a range safety officer, Specialist Houston is being awarded the JSAM for his commitment to FIG. He has exceeded 3 times the required FIG attendance, and the specialist shows the dedication and good approach to training in line with the high standards of FIG. We have 1LT Vandal for his outstanding work and dedication to planning and executing the entirety of the Northern Lights operation and his commitment to realism in it. We have myself on here Also for outstanding work within S2 and helping Zeusing and making sure all the mods are working correctly. So thank you for that, Frost. We have First Sergeant Garcia here for his outstanding work in helping Zeusing and building all the missions. And then finally, we have Specialist Gregoire also for his work within S2 for helping Zeusing and building the missions. So let's give a big hoo-ah to these guys. Hoo-ah. Yeah, a lot of you may not know, but Zeusing and keeping a unit of 80, 90 people happy in one mission is tough work. So I got to give it to the rest of the guys in S2. They put in a lot of hard work for you guys, and they don't always get the praise that they should. So, about face, Garcia. Congrats. Fall back in. All right. Next up, we have Corporal Nagy, Specialist Houston, Specialist P. Bird, and then Specialist P. Bird again. So, post. About face. All right, these soldiers are being awarded the Joint Service Commendation Medal, the JSCOM. So this is one step above the JSM for their work in their DMOS. Starting with Corporal Nagy. Corporal Nagy has been in a short time in the Public Affairs Office, but he took the job with the full spirit of an NCO, doing the majority of the work over the past 2 months. Specialist Houston and Specialist Bird together, both for being range safety officer and a drill instructor, are being awarded the JSCOM for taking over OSIT on July 13th, 2024, while all other cadre were occupied and or not available. If it was not for the dedication of the drill instructor, Specialist Bird, and the range safety officer, Specialist Houston, the OSIT could not have taken place. At the last minute, both soldiers volunteered to take charge and were able to administer the OSIT training. So, big hoo-ah to those guys. Hoo-ah. And then finally, we do have Specialist Bird again. For being awake for the last 20 hours plus due to training a cadre member for Ranger School, he took the initiative to complete an NSO. Despite his desire to rest came second before his sense of duty to the unit and his DMOS, and he successfully processed the soldier into the unit. The specialist did not have to take the NSO, but chose to do so anyway. So that's a lot of work for a unit that you join for free. So I want to give a big hoo-ah to these guys. It's certainly appreciated, and our DMOS work is the backbone of the unit. You know, he stayed up training for a Ranger mission, and then he did an NSO to bring new people into our unit. So another big hoo-ah to these guys. Hoo-ah. About face. Congrats, and thank you for your hard work. Fall back in. All right, next up, I should have had you stay here. Corporal Nagy, Corporal Fitzgerald, and Corporal Starling post. About face. These soldiers here are being promoted to the grade and rank of Sergeant E5. So they have all met the vote requirement as well of 20 votes per month. So big congratulations, and this is a big step in your career. So Let's give a big hoo-ah to these sergeants. Hoo-ah.
Hoo-ah.
About face. Fall back in, sergeants. Congrats. All right, next up we have Sergeant Shocked and Private First Class Strickland post. About face. These soldiers here are being awarded the Global War on Terrorism Service Medal and the combat patch, the 3rd ID combat patch.
User
So this
joined
is
your
for participating in 3 total operations. Private Strickland is a returning member from just recently joined, and yeah, he's been part of 2 official operations plus this current one. Let's give a big hoo-ah to these guys.
Hoo-ah.
Hoo-ah.
That's about odd, leader.
About face. Congrats. Fall back in. God damn it. Get back up here, Shocked. Then I'll have Private Pengili and Corporal Schneider post. Oh, sorry, as well as Private First Class Pointer, Private Second Class Marsh, Private Second Class Marsh again, and Private Second Class MilSim, who I think are all Private First Classes now, actually. So yeah, all of you post. Awesome formation. About face. So we have Private First Class Pointer, Private First Class Marsh, Private First Class Marsh again, and Private First Class MilSim, who are being awarded the Combat Infantry Badge Stage 1. Then we have Sergeant Shocked, who's being awarded his Combat Infantry Badge Stage 3, which goes with his new 3rd ID patch. And then we have Private L. Pengili being awarded his Combat Action Badge Stage 1, and Corporal Schneider being awarded his Combat Medical Badge Stage 2. So, for those of you who don't know, a Combat Medical Badge, a Combat Action Badge, a Combat Infantry Badge are awarded for each time you participate in a new operation. So, let's give a big hoo-ah to all these guys, and let's hope to see them max out their medals. Hoo-ah.
Hoo-ah.
About face. Fall back in, soldiers.
User in your channel timed out.
All right. Next up, we have just Corporal Schneider, who I don't think he's here.
User joined your
Corporal
channel.
Schneider's being awarded the Overseas Service Ribbon.
User
So this
left
is
your
for
channel.
participating in a total of 5 operations. So let's give a big hoo-ah to Schneider. Hoo-ah.
Hoo-ah.
User in your channel timed out.
Next on the list, we have Specialist Plunkett, Corporal Nagy, Specialist Montana,
joined your
and Specialist... Oh, whoa. Post. It's actually Sergeant Nagy now. So, post.
User disconnected from your channel.
About face. These soldiers here are being awarded
joined
their
your
Ranger
channel.
tab for participating in the 173rd Ranger School. With that, they're also being awarded the French Cord. So that's for having 3 total skill badges. So I believe they all have their Ranger, Airborne, and Air Assault. So let's give a big hoo out of these guys. I know Ranger School is very tough. Hoo up.
Right
Whoa.
side way.
About face. Congrats. Fall back in, soldiers. Next up, we have... Oh, God damn it. I gotta check something. Alright, let's get me Sergeant Nicholas post. About face. This soldier here has successfully passed their promotion board. And they also meet the minimum vote requirement of 20 per month, which has earned them the grade and rank of Staff Sergeant E6. Let's give a big hoo out of the new Staff Sergeant. Hooah!
Whoa.
About face. Congrats, Staff Sergeant. Fall back in. So we also have, this is just an honorable mention, as they are already maxed out on the award for the Humanitarian Service Medal, the HSM. So this is awarded for getting 60 votes per month consecutively. This would be awarded to First Sergeant Garcia and Staff Sergeant Ivanov, who have already maxed out the medal and have proceeded to max it out every month, I believe, for a few years now. So, and then we had 2 people who just barely missed the requirement to get the medal. So I guess we'll see you here next month. So let's give a big hoo out to these guys.
Whoa.
Hooah. On the list as well, I have Warrant Officer 1 D Frost, who I believe is on LOA, so I don't think he's here. No. So Warrant Officer 1 Frost is being promoted to the grade and rank of Chief Warrant Officer 2, and he also met the vote requirement with 52 votes this month. So let's give a big hooah to the new Chief Warrant Officer. Hooah.
Whoa.
All right, one of the last awards. You don't have to post, but I will call all your names. So we have Major LaFlash, 1 LT Vandal, 2 LT Winters, First Sergeant Garcia, Staff Sergeant Duck, Specialist Gregoire, 2 LT Babel, Sergeant First Class Marsh, Staff Sergeant Ivanov, Sergeant Nicholas, Staff Sergeant Nicholas, Sergeant Shocked, Sergeant Donnelly, Sergeant Fives, Sergeant Bird, Sergeant Smirky, Corporal T. Hunter, Corporal Zwick, Corporal Starling, Corporal Schneider, Specialist Montana, Specialist Wu, Specialist Erickson, Specialist Swoop, Specialist Keaton, Specialist Bird, Specialist Bills, Specialist Agricola, Specialist Bartel, Specialist Schmull, Specialist Houston, Private First Class Ramirez, Private First Class Machenheimer, Private First Class Sadler, Private First Class Baker, Private First Class Farone, Private Second Class Mensink, Private Second Class Cooper, Private Second Class Rashdan, 1 LT Cooper, Chief Warrant 4 Dio, Chief Warrant 2 Lotus, Chief Warrant 2 Polterak, Warrant Officer, Chief Warrant 2 Frost, Warrant Officer 1 Hall, Warrant Officer 1 Smith, Warrant Officer 1 White, Warrant Officer Canada Rogers, and finally Sergeant Nagy. So once again, don't post. You are being awarded the NATO medal. So this is a relatively, we changed this medal up. This is for participating in the joint operation that you guys just participated in. So, and this NATO medal will be given out anytime we do have a joint op of this scale. I hope you guys liked the mission. It took a lot of planning, a lot of meetings to get 3-4 units together on the same server. So we hope to do these maybe once a year, and if there is something smaller, maybe we can do them twice a year. But I think once a year is the goal. So, congrats and hoa.
Wow.
Also, if any of you did attend the joint op and you were not on the list, make sure to contact your squad leader, and then they can bring it up to C staff, and we'll get you awarded that medal. And finally on this list, do we have 2LT Winters? See in game. There he is. Post. I see you moving, Winters. I know you're there.
Sorry, I didn't hear if that was Lieutenant or Corporal.
Yeah, Lieutenant. Oh, my game's not working. About face. The LT here is being promoted to the grade and rank of First Lieutenant, 02. He has done a lot of hard work in the last year as a 2LT. He's led his platoon with great honor. He's vastly improved his soldiers' abilities and all his leaders under him. So for this, I'm giving him First Lieutenant. Let's give him a big hooah.
Wow.
Hooah. About face, First Lieutenant. Congrats. Fall back in. And don't forget your patch next time, First Lieutenant.
Was on there when I loaded in.
All right. That about wraps up all the awards, I believe. Just double checking. We do have a couple anniversaries this month. We have Staff Sergeant Ivanov with his 3 years on August 7th, and Sergeant Shocked with his 2 years on August 21st. So, congratulations to these guys, and thank you for sticking around with us so long. Let's give a big hooah to them. Hooah.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not allowed to leave.
True, you're not. And as well, this month we welcome in some new enlistees into the unit, as well as some returning members. We have Private Trainee Peach, Recruit Campbell, Warrant Officer 1 Pete Crafty, Private Smith, Private Pickett, Private Pengilly, Private Bordeaux, Private First Class Strickland, Private Second Class Jaeger, Private First Class Kova, Private First Class Ridge, Private First Class Marsh, and Private First Class Marsh again. So welcome to the unit, and I hope we see you here a long time. And some closing notes for FIG. We have the Squad Designated Marksman course coming up on August 10th at 17:30 EST. Then we have the Advanced Radio Communications course on August 17th, 1100 EST. And then finally, we have the Airborne School, August 31st at 1100 EST. So if you're interested in those, check the website on the forums for those requirements and sign up. And that's about it, soldiers. We're gonna be closing the server down here for a bit. We gotta upload the map, so it won't be up in the next 10 minutes. But check again in 15 to 20, and we'll see you there. So, hua, you're all dismissed.
Wow.
Second platoon dismissed.
Oh my fucking god.
Don't disconnect on this field, I swear to God, you motherfuckers, I will smoke the dog shit out of you.
Okay, no swearing.
Walk. Don't run, goddammit.
You guys want to see the privilege of being in platoon?
Hit Control C, Campbell.
Want to see the privilege of platoon staff? Alright, free to disconnect.
Wearing
What are you wearing?
my man.
Yeah, run. Run from your shame.